you at home, ngibingelela kakhulu. Those who are watching us on our Facebook page, eThekwini Community Church TV, and I'm also greeting those people who are watching us on YouTube. I'm begging you, please subscribe to our YouTube, eThekwini Community Church TV, so that we'll be able to catch up all other things that we have done before. You know that we are in the time of COVID-19, so we as a church are sort of locked, but in the days and time where we have refused to be locked down and locked up and locked away by COVID-19. Hence we are sitting here, as I promised Uti, every Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock, I invite somebody with a very interesting character, with a very interesting past, with a very interesting future to come and share with us. And today I've invited a young man that I've seen growing, that I've known for many years. When this church was born, he was the music director in this church. And there came a time where there was a calling upon his life, and then he started a church. He didn't do that only. He is a musician all by himself. He is a father and married with how many children? He is going to share that with us. He is a pastor of a church, that is our sister church that we work with. He's a son of a pastor himself. So there is a lot in this young man that I've invited today. It's not just an ordinary young man. He has got something that is going to share with us. He's going to talk to us about him being a man. He's going to talk to us about him being a pastor. He's going to talk to us about him being a student and a businessman. There is everything that we are going to learn today. And I'm so blessed that he's a man of God. He's ordained. He preaches and ministers the word of God. And some of the Sundays when I come to church, I listen to him ministering Okozini. And tonight I've invited for you one and only umfundisi lo, Dr. Sipho Malembe. He comes all the way from Ehlala Nkosi. And I love that because, you know, that on its own shows us the type of a person that I've invited today. I've not invited a person who grew up in the city, somebody who has been to those Model C school. I've invited somebody who has struggled, who has grown in the places that we know, and today he's sitting with us here. I'm taking my time because I know he's going to take his time, and I'm not going to disturb him much because when he starts talking, he can talk. Well, tonight, welcome Dr. Sipho Malembe. I welcome you on the hot seat. Ngiyacela ukuthi ubingelele and then shortly ubatshele abalaleli bethu nababukeli bethu ukuthi who am I speaking about today? Dr. Sipho Malembe.
Zwakele, my bishop.
Yes, sir.
Ngiyabingelela baba. Thank you very much for having me. It's such an honor. You know, when you called me for some time, I was, is Bishop really inviting me? It's really an honor. I do not take it light. Ngiyathanda ukuthi ngibingelele all the viewers across the globe, wherever you are streaming and watching. Good evening, and also thank you for joining us. I am Sipho Malembe. I am a child of God. I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior. I was 6 years old. I didn't understand much there, and then Ubaba wami umfundisi, as Bishop has alluded to, we used to wake up every morning 4 o'clock for prayers.
Wow.
So
okay, so that we assist the people. I do like the fact Ubaba umfundisi. Just tell them Ubaba umfundisi uMalembe ukuphi operator kuphi. I like that part.
Ubaba wami umfundisi uMalembe uKwanongoma.
Yes.
Ibandla likwanongoma. He's the founder and the leader of Itelios Revival Center.
Yes.
International, the church we are submitted to. So he used to wake us up in the morning every day, 4 a.m. Siyakhuleka. Well, we didn't understand much, but one morning I gave my life to Jesus.
In that home family prayer.
Yes, at
Wow.
home family prayer. He made an altar call. He used to make an altar call.
Wow.
Now we look back and think, hey, this man was crazy. You know, it was just his kids, but
Yeah.
he was consistent and persistent in presenting the gospel. I didn't understand much, such that actually that same day later on, he actually narrates the story because he
Wow.
that he actually called me and asked me ukuthi did I understand what I meant. He says I used to say I understand that I meant I was accepting Jesus into my life.
Wow.
To lead me and guide me. Well, I've grown in salvation over the years. Where I am, I'm still learning, I'm still growing. Salvation is a process. I'm a child of God. I'm a husband. I'm a father. And I am a son, as you have said, to umkhulu Malembe nogogo Malembe ngomsaka uNkulunkulu basekhona iminyaka isihambile.
Wow.
Yona, I'm a brother to 3 other brothers and to 3 sisters. I am the 4th in the family of 7.
Wow.
And of course, I've said I'm a father to 2 children, Ungomusa and Nosipogazi, and also I am a pastor.
Yes, yeah, tell us that part. Yeah, I like that one. You are a pastor. Tell us where is the church and
The church is in a place called Mayville in
Yes.
Ketomena. Ketomena is about 3 kilometers out of Durban, westbound. Endaweni okuthiwa ise-Cato Crest.
Okay.
It's I don't like to say it's a low social class area, but generally that's how it's categorized. But it's here in eThekwini. It's a young church of about 6-7 years.
Wow.
Around there.
You see, what makes it very interesting for me, a young pastor that you are,
Yes.
and choosing to go to a place
Yes.
like Ketomena, and very true, it's not a place like
Yeah.
with
Yes.
a high level of
Yes.
society.
Yes.
But you chose to go there because
Yes.
I remember when you shared with me, you sat with me, explaining that God has called you. We
Yes.
spent time together. I remember your father came and we
Yes.
sat down and we agreed that you would be starting that church and we
Yes.
are going to be making sure that we mentor you.
Yes.
But what drove you this passion of saying you want to go there instead of starting a church in the city like
the
all
city.
other people?
Maybe let me go back a bit,
Yes.
Bishop. Ukusho ukuthi, of course, I've been in church all my life. As I've said, ukuthi baba wami ongizalayo biologically is
Yes.
a pastor.
Yes.
So all my life I've been in church, you know. As far back as I can remember, bese siseyivuselelweni ematendeni, uye esikoleni, you do what you do, kunemvuselelo ntambama or something like that, isihambisa inkonzo somewhere. All my high school life, it's been that until 1997 when I went to varsity. Of course, you come to eThekwini from here, environment yakwaNongoma, you know. And also I continued to, you know, iba khona leyo nto mawufika eThekwini.
Yes.
And I don't want to present myself as, you know, someone who's been perfect all my life.
Yes.
I did have my low moments or my mistakes.
So you attended, you went to University of KwaZulu-Natal.
It was University of Natal then.
Okay.
Then it changed to Kwathiwa University of KwaZulu-Natal.
Right.
My first 2-3 years, you know, I was not here nor there, well, academically.
Yes.
And then, of course, we got involved with Student Christian Fellowship.
Good.
And njengabazalwane, of course, and also ngangena leadership. Also, I was very active with leadership. I served, I think, almost most of my time there. And part of being a student, of course, useThekwini, you know, you have to find a church. We were at Christian Center until, you know, we felt led otherwise. Follow division, eThekwini Community Church, you know, where we learnt a lot, you know, ibandla maliqala, you know, and being exposed, and I should say, you know, environment eThekwini Community Church, it was quite an interesting environment because njengomuntu wayeqhamuka emakhaya, I had to learn a lot of things in terms of ministry, in terms of how things are done, some of the things that, you know, let me say some of the stereotypes were challenged in a positive way, you know, that makes you to think, okay, izinto bezenzeka kanje, okay, zenziwa kanje la, is it right, is it wrong, let's check the reference, you know, okay, you know, but I learned a lot of things. But all that, uma sengikubuka now, sengikubuka with hindsight, you know, I see how God orchestrated my life.
Yes.
To learn izinto ezithile because of where he was leading me to. Now I'm coming ekuthenini Cato Crest. I never chose to go to Cato Crest.
Okay.
It was a struggle
Yeah,
for me.
I can
Let me
imagine.
first say nje my bishop ukuthi kwayona indaba yobizo. It was confirmed over a long period of time in my life.
Right.
Indaba yobizo ukuthi from the time I think in Sese High School I'd get different people confirming ubizo over my life. I remember nje esikoleni, I think I was doing matric, there was something, I think it was a farewell or something, and I was preaching there were other pastors, another pastor prophesied, and then coming to varsity also I've been getting those, but I've been very resistant.
No. That part I understand because when we were together here,
Yes.
you were leading the praise and worship.
Yes.
Of course, I do want us to understand
Yes.
the issue of you being a singer.
Yes.
How this passion of being a worshipper,
Ukuthi
you know,
ifike
ifike kanjani? How did it come about? I mean, ingane yomfundisi lo, you see, one of the things ukuthi ingane yomfundisi, I do want to refer to the point ukuthi uDokotela uMalembe uthi every time ubaba bebavusa ngo4 and they would pray and they received it. I do want to say go baba bethu no mama bethu, what you are doing is not in vain. So when you wake up and begin to pray for your children,
Yes.
and when you wake up and you get them to church, it is not in vain. That is why I want to encourage all pastors there. I want to encourage those people who are called, like myself, would let us continue to pray for our children
Yes.
and push them sometimes.
Yes.
It works to push. Yeah.
Yes, true.
This passion now of music, I must remind you, Guti, at a certain point many years ago, I visited, I think in the Mbazwan,
Yes.
and that is the time I got to meet your father, and he's a hardworking man,
Yes.
and he's carrying things, and
Yeah.
I'm shocked. This is a pastor.
Yeah.
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 Tell me about this passion of music and how does it work at home?
Mina well ekhaya from the time sibancane okay baba vele wayeuthanda music.
All right.
I can remember now we start some CDs got Derek Nzimande, no Mruti Shoba, you know, back in the time, so he was always playing music, but also ke esontweni, you
Yes.
know, from the time sibancane ubaba wathenga ama keyboard, there was a keyboard, there was an accordion endlini. We started learning.
Right.
Myself and my brother, my younger brother, we mastered well, let me not say we mastered, but we got to learn sakwazi ukudlala. So enkonzweni nje mina in my teenage years, I was active in music ebandleni, playing and also choir mastering, and back in the days sisese AFM, to the point of which even in regional conferences,
Right.
gang coordinate to music, usihlenge wemhlaba will tell you because sasindawonye.
Okay.
Noma ke sasibuye sishayisana ngoba sihlale siyihleka ke manje sesibuka nayo in retrospect
Right.
ukuthi nje wayengayithanda into yeband,
Oh,
because into yeband we were the first generation to introduce that well in this region of Zululand.
okay.
AFM.
All right.
So
beculwa nje kushaya izandla.
and I remember kwakukhona obaba ababekhona, ngiyamkhumbula umfundisi uDlakadla who was a keyboard player, or he was a renowned keyboard player nje ebandleni. Makuyi conference nje kuyazi ukuthi mayiseyibambile uDlakadla, and there were other keyboard players. So we were trying to introduce lento yeband. I remember with Dr. Msimango the late, sasihlanganisa nabo.
Okay.
So lento yo music ke, you know, it's been there. Now the time when I came to varsity, ngangazili ukuzokwenza music.
Oh, yes.
Actually, my intention was to do medicine.
Okay.
So-
That's a very interesting
Yes.
part.
So
Yes.
nga-apply late. In the space ngangasithola wathi okay, do BSc because some of the modules are common.
Right.
Then in the following year, then you will swap and then get credits. It's gonna be easier.
Right.
So I did the BSc first year, I think for the first 3 semesters, 1.5 years. And then I was active in music, still playing. I remember that time, I think ngango music coordinator wa SCF.
Okay.
And we used to have what we call the Revival for Christian Unity, where our institutions around Durban will
We'll
meet.
come together.
Yes, and choirs will sing. It was a nice competition of some
Right,
sort.
right.
You know, I was active in that space. And then I met another musician, wonderful musician by the name of Xoli Nkosi the late.
Okay, okay.
We got close. I liked what he was doing, playing music, you know. He was always, you know, interesting. We were fascinated. Ngoba thina sasikhula nakhona lento yokudlala ipiano ngoba kwakwaziwa itende yabo sasidlala ngendlela yetende, you know. And then you hear these people playing all these things. Okay, we begin to learn. I got close to him.
Okay.
You know, and then I think ngiyaye ngisho ukuthi uyena umuntu who actually pushed me, you know, off the cliff.
Okay.
Ukuthi
Can
just
go
take
for
it,
it,
yeah, because khona into ayibona.
Right,
Nami
right.
mhlambe ngangayiboni.
Okay.
You know, nami ke ngine interest ne passion. We had a group. I was busy with music groups, Varsity, which were nice. Now when you look back and think about those things, you see, you know,
You say those are things that shaped you and molded you. Kushuthi
yes.
music lo unayi party oyidlalile empilweni yakhe to be who you are today. Because you are saying to me, you went to university and you're excited, you want to be a doctor and things are changing now.
Yes.
You find yourself, we filled your music.
Yes.
Now, we filled your music, here you are.
Yes.
Then, when is the decision now that I'm going to be studying music?
It was around that, I think in the second year, njengoba ngithi, I think I took 3 semesters.
Okay.
So in the second year, that's when Ubab Xoli, you know, we used to have talks. I used to sit with him, my practice, a break block, and guys, passion yami ngidonsa towards this thing.
Wow.
But nakhona ke, I stand now and look back, and as I said initially, I have pieces of my life that for a long time I couldn't see where they were going. That I'm starting to see now, they come together.
Okay,
Then
okay.
I say, okay, it was God orchestrating that. In terms of, I've spoken about my journey from Ibandla Wanongoma coming to eThekwini Christian Center. It's a multiracial church, to ECC. There's a different dynamics, and then to a ministry. We're
Right.
still talking about Indawo Yasekhetho Crest.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, it was frustrating for me before we come to that your music as you have directed, Bishop. Uguti, Indawo Yasekhetho Crest. It was a struggle.
Yeah.
For me first.
Yeah.
It was a struggle for me. Ukuthi kodwa uNkulunkulu khona mawukuthi uyangibiza ke.
Why here?
Mawukuthi uyangibiza mfo. Usungangibizela la.
Kwafanele ukuthi uxoxisane nobaba wakho uthi hey uNkulunkulu uyabona le nto yenzayo manje.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Even before ngize la okay, ubaba was easy, you know.
All right.
I don't want to lie, Bishop. We had first-hand experience of struggles of ministry in terms of poverty,
Yes.
in terms of lack. There were times we also had good times.
Yeah.
But ubaba yonke into esasinayo, it was ministry thing.
Sure.
I know ukuthi I can remember zonke imoto zakhe.
Yeah. They were there
They
for
were
our
ministries,
abazalwane.
zifela kwi-ministry.
Sure.
Sometimes uthola ukuthi kwathina kugcinwa ngathi sifanele sihambise abazalwane, you know. We know that. We grew in that. And our life has been a life of faith. But I have got my own personal slogan, esithi kuyenzeka ngokukholwa.
Wow.
You know, it's not just but it's a multi-generational that I've learned from my parents. You know, stories that they tell now in terms of how they raised us.
Wow.
Ungamangala ukuthi ekhaya njengoba siba u7, all of us we went to universities
Wow.
or institutions of higher learning.
Right, right.
Ukuthi kanjani nathi uma sibabuza manje,
Ish.
you know ukuthi ubaba uzalelwe ekhaya nesithembu, and abafowabo abaningi they were in business, abanye osomatekisi, abanye banama supermarket, but they were struggling baze bambuza ukuthi hey awusho weMalembe ukuthi
Lezi
ngempela
ngane.
usulokhu ucasha ngalento yobufundisi ingane zisangana evarsity. But really the Lord saw us through. You know, sometimes we remember experiences as banzima, sometimes it dies with izinto just to pay for us at varsity. But I'm saying we know the pain and the sorrows. Yes, at some point in time things were better. So uma ngabe inkosi ingibiza izongibizela eCato Crest, one, that kind of experience was difficult for me based on where I come from.
Yeah.
Ukuthi inkosi, do you want to take me now through what ubaba went through? Secondly, as a young husband,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, who has your future, you know, you are studying, things are beginning to take shape, you know, you have a young wife also who is a professional, you know, It's a challenge now ukuthi inkosikazi uNkulunkulu ngibizile well kwasiza ukuthi ke masiqala sixoxe indaba zethu ke sasixoxa ke ngakubeka lokho ukuthi
empilweni yami
yes
kunalokho.
kunobizo
Yes,
although ke kwakuyinto eyayile kwi background but
Right.
at least kwasiza lokho and I think kuyasiza and ngizokusho ngoba sisenyangeni yamadoda ukuthi people who start the journey or into marriage or into relationships
Right.
those things must be discussed
Okay.
ukuthi yabona ungaphaphama usuphakathi
Eish, yeah.
ukuthi hey kunje yabo wazi wathi omunye umuntu mayeqala eshela akabuchaza ubuhlanya bakhe ukuthi ngihlanya kanje
Okay.
umuntu angaphaphami nje kwenye indawo esethi hey nakho umhleli uhlanya kanje
Sengisohlanyeni.
vele wathatha uhlanya
Lwaluyinkinga ngoba phela uhlanya olufaka uthayi ke kuthiwa
Yes,
luyingozi
yes.
oluvuka legeza ligaxe
Yes,
perfume
yes,
wena ubona
true.
nje a beautiful woman ubuso uyayichaza le yokuthi in the bottom of your heart
Yes.
unobizo.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I do like that one
Yes.
very much ngoba I will drive you to the point yokuthi you have surprisingly balanced education with the ministry.
Yes.
Which is something that a lot of people run away from. I mean, some people when they are called, they quickly drop out a university or whatever they do. Then they say, I believe uNkulunkulu ngibizile." When how do you manage ukuthi you continue to be a student?
Yes.
I remember when you had some struggles when you were doing your masters,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
PhD and stuff like that. But but what would you say to this generation? Because okubalekile futhi Dr. Malembe ukuthi why we're talking here, it's Men's Month,
Yes.
but I want us to impact the generation.
Yes.
The generation that you are in and what you want to leave for the future generation.
Yes.
That is what is very important to me sitting in that seat. ukuthi What you do say to other people now in terms of education, in terms of
Yes.
calling, in terms of struggle that you go through.
Yes.
Just be free. Talk to us.
One of the things that uma ngabe ngiqala sengimukela seriously into yobizo that I felt ukuthi the spirit of the Lord was leading me towards ilento yokuthi one ngikwazi to reach a broad spectrum of abantu
Okay.
from different levels of life.
Right.
Also le ndaba yase Catochrist uma ngabe sengi-analyze nakhona yaba explained ngalokho ukuthi God wants me to influence people at a broad spectrum of life.
Okay. Okay.
Abantu abasezingeni eliphansi, abantu abasezingeni eliphezulu.
Right.
And consequently those backgrounds that I've put ukuthi esontweni lasemakhaya,
Okay.
I'm able to identify with people who come from that background.
Okay.
Abantu abasesontweni lasesilungwini, you know, I'm able to identify with that.
All right.
But also for me indaba yemfundo kwaba yinto conscious. It was a conscious decision according to what I felt God was leading me to do.
Right.
Ukuthi there are doors angeke avuleke without a particular level of academic
Okay.
you
Okay.
know, qualifications, and nokuthi ke it just opens my mind ngendlela broad. You know, ukufunda PhD yami was on a particular subject, but I learned a lot of things.
Okay.
You know, that are even out of that.
Right.
You know, that even now I'm trying now ukuthi ngikubuyise delimit it to be able to channel it kahle ngendlela ezokwazi ukusiza abantu influence abantu. But it was also ukuthi I be able to encourage people abanye
Right.
ngendaba yemfundo
Okay.
ukuthi let us study,
Right.
you know, whatever that you are doing, and it's my message up to today ukuthi whatever that you're doing wherever you are,
Right.
you know, noma ngabe kuthiwa uyaklina awucheck ukuthi kuthiwani ngokuklina.
Okay.
Get a certificate, get a diploma, get
Oh,
a whatever.
Khona lapha ecleaning.
Khona lapha eklineni.
Okay. All right.
You know, because also siphile esikhathini that is very much challenging. The competition is too broad.
Very true.
You know, so you always need to be improving yourself, improving yourself. So also to inspire abantu abasha, because also we live in that generation of people who, you know, kwaku easy ngalezi ayikhathi kwakuthiwa education is the key to success.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays it is a key to success, but you need other things.
Okay.
Because now we have got unemployment, you've got graduates that are
Right.
unemployed and all
Right.
those things.
Right.
Those are challenges, the real life challenges that we must face, but still we must motivate people. Also again, yaba khona into ethi ikhona vele leyo ukuthi thina sakhula kuthiwa uma usubiziwe kwakukhona into ekuthiwa i-full time.
Oh, okay. Full-time ministry.
I-full time ministry ke yayisho ukuthi ushiya konke.
Oh, my God.
Ushiya konke. Kumele umsebenzi wenkosi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kumele umsebenzi wenkosi kwakusho ukuthi ulaxaza konke.
Nemfundo yakho.
Imfundo
yasa-
imfundo ozoyenza ukuthi uye Bible college.
Okay.
It was right maybe by that time. I'm not saying that it was wrong, but yayisiba khona if you trace back, particularly at the starting of the charismatic movement,
Right.
blossoming of ministries and churches, where now you find people who are really, as you said, ababalekela ukusebenza, ababalekela isikole.
Okay.
You know, who think ministry is an easy way out.
But you see, Pastor Malembe, I just want to understand as we come closer to the building blocks, because I believe Uti, in the generation that we are in,
Yes.
that we are living in,
Yes.
uNkulunkulu has raised you to bring some building blocks
Yes.
for certain things in life. Let me give an example that when Mandela was born,
Yes.
it's a puzzle. When Mandela was born, even though he could not have understood, ukuthi ijeni yakhe was going to make him a president one day.
Yes.
When Sobukwe was born,
Yes.
at a certain point, there was an understanding ukuthi mina I'm going to form PAC. Somehow uNkulunkulu uzongisebenzisa. Because I believe, and I truly believe, iBhayibheli malithi, when David has served his generation,
Yes.
and then he passed on. You know, so I believe with each and every one of us in the ministry,
Yes.
we do have that element of saying, I'm carrying the blocks to put in this puzzle,
Yes.
so that one day when I stand there before the Lord, I would say, yes, Lord, I did what you have assigned me to do.
Yes.
Yeah, I do want you to come closer and tell us what do you really believe are the blocks that you are bringing into the ministry. Uphethe liphi ithuluzi ngoba
Yeah.
sonke siphethe amathuluzi khona
True
uphethe
that.
amaplanga khona iphethe amasaha khona iphethe izando othi mawuthi nje sishaye ekhanda uqu sishaye phansi khona iphethe ibhikile ilindele nje ukuthi kuba kwakhona into ephakamayo sigaxa isibhikile.
Yes.
There is a lot that's happening, but I believe it's very important ukuthi each and every pastor has this understanding ukuthi this is what I'm called to. You know, I will further explain it here ukuthi that's one of the reasons when you came and having to start a church, we sat down and it was never a struggle. In many cases, it becomes a serious struggle with other people.
Yeah.
But there was a serious understanding, what you know, this young man is now using his tool on his hand
Yes.
to do this building. uNkulunkulu
Yes.
athi akayibuild.
Yes.
But I want you to tell us, Kuti, what are you coming with? What do you want to see in this generation? What do you want to change? In fact, in the church per se.
Yes. Yeah. It's a very deep question, Nzwakele.
Yes.
Because Nzothi, it's a deep question also because some of the pieces I do not want to lie.
Yes.
Each journey ministry for me, the more I walk in it is the most
Good.
Yes. But God has given me a gift of teaching.
That's
I'm a
it.
teacher of the word.
Yes.
And there's a particular way uNkulunkulu has prompted me to analyze my scriptures.
Very
not
true.
just to read ngendlela yokuthi it's been read like this. So in laphana nje kwi-platform local church, God has given me that ministry of teaching izwi and ama principles, and God has really given me a mandate to raise a generation of believers that are based biblically sound, that are
Wow.
based on the word of God.
Okay. Okay.
That we are able ukuthi izwi likaNkulunkulu livezithelwe in every area of our lives.
Wow.
not only spiritually, but every area of your life, whether it's physically, whether it's emotionally, whether it's spiritually.
Wow.
God gave me that, and I think ukuthi ukudlula kwami ECC and also be imparted by the vision of the holistic empowerment, you know, where you look at the different aspects of the human life. But it's one of the things that came clear, ukuthi teach the word of God and really bring principles that are going to help people. And then down here, Kato Christ, uNkulunkulu intentionally used that as a base.
Wow.
And really it's a base, it's like an airport.
Yes.
You know.
You are taking off from there.
Yes. Noma ungahamba ubuya kodwa khona la airport.
You see, what is very interesting, because I come from outside your church, and that is what I don't go to many churches. You know, it's the nature ukuthi ngacela uNkulunkulu ngigcina la because ngibelieve ukuthi ngibezelwe la. I do go to your church at any given time. I go there, invited and uninvited, and when I come in there,
Announced and
announced and unannounced. But you know, I do want to commend the balance that I see in the church. I want to commend the balance. Not, you know, every time I look at you, I see a young man with the wisdom of Solomon. Because the way you have arranged people in that church, the way people are sitting in that church, I don't know how it happens. I wish people could could come with me to that church in Ketomena. One, it's the level of people that are there. You are very right, they are very balanced. Kukhona abantu obona ukuthi cha yifundiswa lezi, and kukhona abantu obona ukuthi cha baseza. Kukhona obabona ukuthi lo uyisebenzela nje la isebenza khona. Kodwa they have that confidence ukuthi when they enter that place, it's like they enter a sanctuary where they've got that freedom. Now, ngifuna attest ukuthi when I got in there, I saw the balance. And I know that there is a counselor, Umalungi Zulu, and she's a counselor. You get in there, you get people who are politically inclined, you get people who are apolitical. And how do you manage? I mean, even the young children, they've got a way. You know, ingane iningi emabandleni amaningi ayihlali enkonzweni ngesikhathi senkonzo. But I've seen in your church ukuthi even ingane ezincane they sit there and you teach them. And then coming to music, it's so balanced. Tell us the secret, Bamalembe. Imuphi lo muntu ohambayo sitshele, because iphi inyoka yakho abafundisi lapha ngaphandle banenyoka zabo, you know.
Before I come to that, Bishop, ngiyafisa ukuthi ngiqedele lo yambuzo waseqaleni, because there's something important there also in terms of the tools that I bring. One of the things that was clear in my ministry is that God gave me was also to contribute to ministry of worship. In church.
Okay.
At first I was excited, thinking, okay, God, you are saying I must, use my music.
Yes.
Then it was like God was saying, we didn't talk about music, we're talking about worship.
Wow.
It took me some time to understand that. But God has given me a message. That one is not for our local church.
Right.
It's for the body of Christ on the subject of worship, based on John chapter 4, just the time is coming.
Wow.
And now is the time. Where true worshippers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. Because the Father is seeking for such worshippers. God has given me that message. I have not started to walk on that mandate. I'm still, putting my things in place. And again, I had particular things that I requested when He gave me that vision. That God is faithful. I see them coming along. But again, that's another tool that I have. Right. Let's come back to a local church, as you say. Really, it took me, we are about 7 years now.
Right.
In the first 3 years, I was very frustrated,
Okay.
you know, because I've got other peers who are my brothers and my
Yes,
friends who are
yes,
pastors,
yes.
you know, they are in a hotel somewhere. or-
And you are seeing them growing.
you know, yeah. And there am I, a Catochrist, and for a long time I was trying to Zotin. It's like I was doing things my way. You know, even now music, you know, if I can tell you where we started, my wife would tell you.
Wow.
Because we started ngemvuselelo ka 14 days eholo. After that, sabiza abaphendukayo, there were some who got saved. Sizoqala ibandla. The way the church lali non-musical ngakhona.
Sure.
It's like God nje was saying, listen son, I want all your musicality and your what to stay in the door. Wawuqala iculo just a normal song. Uthando luka baba lunje. The song that you'll expect everyone
Everybody
to
know.
Ahla mazambane omunye ngapha, nkwankwazi omunye ngapha. Okay, maybe let's start a known song.